So, I'm gonna share my screen with you guys before I forget. I feel like there's gonna be a day where I'm gonna forget to share my screen and you're gonna let me go like 6 episodes deep and then not tell me.
Man, damn, that was crazy. Oh, wow, that's awesome. I can't believe you did that. They forgot to bring up this.
We're in the commercial right now, Luke.
I heard them mention that.
No. It was like that, like Luke, we're in the commercial right now. Nothing's happening. Okay.
I just have my headphones off. I'm not even hearing you.
All right. So going into this,
Kids, drink beer.
do it. We are skipping forward, because there's been some episodes this season, mainly Bowser versus Eggman, Ghost Rider versus Spawn, and to a slightly less degree, Kyle Rayner versus Simone the Digger, where I've had to kind of keep my mouth shut on things I want to talk about to avoid spoiling past episodes. So we're skipping forward, because Deku versus Miles comes out, and I want to talk about any references that come from Miles versus Static and Deku versus Asta. So, we're doing this first. We're skipping all the way from kind of early in Season 2 to the season premiere of Season 5. Not Season 5, Season 7.
Oh, yeah. And this will also give us some insight onto what to think when the new episode comes out.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I'm just going to go in order of the Discord, like the order that I see you in the chat. Zach, do you have any thoughts on Miles Morales or Static Shock?
I only remember Static Shock because he was a skin in Injustice.
That's right. I always forget about that.
And then obviously Spider-Verse, I love Miles.
Right.
One of my favorite Spider-Men.
This actually, the reason this episode happened was because of how big Spider-Verse was at the time. They wanted to capitalize off that. Because the first one, I think it dropped earlier it'd been the year before. So there will be Spider-Verse stuff, which is cool. Alright, Nick, what about you?
So, I actually like both of these characters significantly so. I was, weirdly enough, familiar with Static Shock before I knew who Miles Morales was, because he was a Burger King toy during I think it was a crossover movie / with Bruce Timm animated run of Justice League.
Oh, yeah.
Where he crossed over with Batman Beyond, and Batman Beyond was like my shit. So
Batman
I got to know.
cool.
Yeah, it's fucking cool as hell. And I really like the concept of the character. He's like the new age Black Lightning.
Yeah. He's cool as shit. I like Static Shock a lot.
And I mean, I like Miles Morales. I know there's like controversy, but he really came into his character during like the Spider-Verse stuff.
Oh,
that's, like,
yeah.
That iteration of the character is like my favorite.
All right. Luke?
So I've never heard of Static Shock at all before. I don't know what that is. Miles, I've seen the movies, but I don't remember what he can do in there. I do remember a little bit, but only because it was mentioned more recently. I forgot that he has the invisibility and the electric shit.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I did not remember that at all.
To
But
my
other than that, I
knowledge,
haven't
that's
seen
the one
comics yet.
thing, unless the comics add more as they go, like in Spider-Verse at least, that's like the one thing that sets him apart from like just Spider-Man.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, the electricity has some variety to it throughout the comics that I don't think we really see in Spider-Verse. But
I've heard of a few different interpretations of it, and I'm interested to see how they use it here, because like in some versions it is straight up like an electric shock, but a lot of them he calls it like a venom shock or something, because it more or less attacks your nervous system.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, like a spider, you know.
Yeah. I will say going into Static Shock is mainly for Luke. I guess a little bit. I don't know if Zach knows about this, or Nick, you may not either. Static Shock started as not a part of DC Comics, as it says up there. Static Shock was owned by a separate comic company whose name is escaping me at the moment, which was later sold to DC Comics, and Static's universe was known as the Dakotaverse. Which, still a weird name for me. I don't know why it was called the Dakotaverse. I'm sure there's a reason I've just never heard.
Like Decodaverse or Dakota?
Dakota. Like the name Dakota.
Probably like either a writer or like in memory or something.
Maybe. Yeah. Now then eventually they were like, you know what, we don't want to do a separate universe. He's main universe now. Teleport him in. That's essentially how it happened. There's like, we don't want to fucking do this anymore. Fucking multiversal teleport thing. Everyone in the Dakotaverse is now in the main DC timeline, which I think got retconned eventually. I'm not 100% on that, but
imagine getting so bored with a single person in the universe, they leave the universe because the intellectual rights got sold off.
I think they touched up on that in Deadpool and Wolverine a little bit.
Would it be hilarious if I just disappeared one day?
No.
We see you in a movie one day.
You see me in a movie crossover.
But it's not like you playing someone. It's just you. Like, where the fuck? How the fuck did I get here? Where the fuck am I?
Yeah.
Nick, we need you. What?
I was ruining the scene of the movie.
I was such a boring person that they handed me off to someplace more interesting.
All right, let's get in there.
And with that, here we go.
With this entirely truth thing that Nick is stating about being boring, let's go.
Hey, Wiz, you know what time it is?
Not time for Miller Lite.
Time for alcohol. Seems to be.
R.I.P. Rooster Teeth. It's back, baby.
Throughout the Earths of Marvel and DC Comics, there are hundreds, no, thousands of superheroes saving the day. But what if I told you there were
there
even
thousands
more
within those two?
across the multiverse?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, great, as if we don't have enough to keep track of already.
There
Miles
is, yeah.
Morales.
I mean, there's so many different a lot of them aren't big name heroes, but
Sure.
just think about the Green Lantern Corps. There's hundreds of Green Lanterns.
Oh.
Also, I only really know of this kind of stuff from The Flash, but just the amount of small name metahumans that only get a single comic to them.
Right. There's so many.
The Spider-Man of Marvel's Earth number 1610.
And Static, the electric genius from DC's Dakotaverse. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. At first glance, the world of Earth 1610 isn't so different from our
Has
own.
Static had
But
any
look closer, and
recent
you'll find
years
Coca-Soda
media?
instead of Coca-Cola.
Outside of a couple
EDNY officers instead of
comic
NYPD.
appearances.
And a hamburger and fries can cost 30,000 goddamn dollars.
But perhaps the greatest difference who turned out to be a secret supercriminal.
Totally
Spoilers.
relatable. Anyway, during one of his heists into a secret lab, Aaron accidentally
Is that supposed to be
looked up
the
a spider.
juxtaposition with the original, the Peter Parker Spider-Man?
Yeah.
His uncle.
Oh, his uncle is on the morally wrong side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it might be a foil to each other. But his dad is definitely his main influence, it seems like.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
in a lot of iterations, his mom.
Also, Luke, every episode of Death Battle is a spoiler.
Yeah.
Miles, let's go.
This spider carried the genetic enhancing
I always
Oz
loved that
formula.
scene.
Yet another attempt to recreate Captain America's infamous super soldier serum. It had previously transformed Peter Parker into the first Spider-Man.
Is that always what it is?
Wait a minute,
What?
who came up with the idea to store the
Not
super
in
serum
so.
in a friggin'
Technically, it used to just be radioactive.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what
this
I
is
was
this. I
thinking.
mean, this one's special for Miles, though.
and has the overpowered super radar, the Spider Sense.
After meeting
Super
Peter's Aunt
radar.
May,
I
Miles
never heard
took
it
up the
described like that.
classic web shooters, complete with multiple types of long to short range webbing.
Yet another tool that would be perfect for snagging
How
a beer
many
from the fridge without
iterations
leaving
of
the
Spider-Man
Boomstick.
have
You was-
the web shooters as a device versus the web shooters as a part of their
I
like
think
anatomy
there's
now?
Only a handful. And it
Yeah.
depends on what you count as anatomy, because sometimes he
Yeah.
just turns into a spider.
Yeah, but Tobey Maguire is one of the only ones that is actively part of him.
Yeah.
Because that's what I saw first,
Right.
so that's what I always thought, and that's actually kind of part of what I liked about it, because everything else is part of him. Why not have that be part of him
to
too?
me, that's cooler. Like, I like both, and I appreciate both because it also, like, he's a teenager that was able to produce that device on his own, but then also, like, you know, why wouldn't he have it in the first place?
I definitely prefer. There's gonna be some chair noise in that spot because I had to move forward. I definitely prefer the not being part of them, having it be web shooters. I think it's a lot cooler. I think it's
I
kinda
do think-
weird, but
I do think the web shooters add a little bit, like they prove Spider-Man's intelligence a lot more, where like
That's true.
not many of his other feats really do, when he's supposed to be like way ahead of his time.
right.
Yeah, I agree.
And I feel like that you didn't really get to see a whole lot of that with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
It also gives the writers a really good reason to get him in trouble a lot because he's always running out of web fluid.
Right.
Mhm.
Whereas I think the only time they've explored the natural web problems in the movie is like when he has an existential crisis
Right.
It's just sprouting it everywhere.
But
where it just stops working.
yeah.
Can't get it up no more.
Living up to Peter's ideals, and eventually stepped out of his shadow to be Spider-Man in a way only he could.
Oh yeah, what's up, Danger?
You know what
He
that
can
means.
blast a
He did it with the exaggerated swagger of a black team.
Oh.
I fucking hate
Why
it.
does this look like Bowser to me?
Oh my god, it does.
What is this supposed to be? I can't see
Circle.
anything else.
I actually don't know. I like bringing up that IGN review whenever I can. I hate.
There's an IGN review for everything.
Ah!
I watched them play Sonic Adventure 2 like a chimp that had nodes plugged into his brain.
Point is, he's super fast. With his spider sense, he can react to
I
things.
want to point something out that was in a black box. This was before the sequel to Spider-Verse. Miles could also be compared to Miguel O'Hara. The fact that he's very rarely ever interacted with 2099. I think it's happened like once.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like they almost called that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a long story.
Point is, he's super fast.
Also, something I kind of
With
find
his
cool
spider
about just
sense,
like
he can
the
react.
style of Spider-Man. Obviously, in like live action movies, the eyes kind of fit the eyes a little bit better, like they're a little bit smaller. But in the comics, a lot of times they're fucking gigantic, like they're half his head.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I love it.
They're like two hemispheres.
And ripped apart Doc Ock's robo-arms, which once survived a 2-kiloton nuclear explosion. So I'd say the Super Collider feat checks out.
Unfortunately, Miles' electric powers can tire him out. And
Why
the
does
spider
why do
sense
comic
does
shit
not
just
protect
get
him
so
automatically.
crazy?
I mean, you gotta think, when something's going for so long and you have this constant need to feel the need to one-up yourself, because that's what they're always doing. They always feel the need to step up what they're doing.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
doesn't take long. They go from like city block level where they're wearing like a bike helmet for their first iteration to like 3 issues later they're fucking fighting God.
Yeah, it's just
That's always how it goes.
It's the downfall of. I can't even say downfall, but it's the spiral that all comic characters eventually end up down.
Any form of long form media in general is going to hit that at some point.
Yeah, like,
Eventually.
have you seen
Sometimes-
Seinfeld?
Serving more as an
Jerry,
allowable
close the
proximity
portal.
sensor.
But then proved himself to be the best successor a Spider-Man could ever want, and more. He even got pulled into the main Marvel timeline when they blew up the Ultimate Universe. Miles Morales is truly
The
one
Ultimate
of the
Universe
greats.
was that?
That's
Sorry.
that's
The Ultimate Spider-Man universe.
Yeah, that's it. Miles' like actual like hero name is the Ultimate Spider-Man.
Ultimate Spider-Man's like the angsty one that they rebooted in like 1999 or something. Yeah, because they were trying to like reinvent Spider-Man, and I mean I won't spoil the comic run, but there's a very specific event that always happens in the
Yeah.
Ultimate universe.
Okay.
But
Wash the hands.
Despite growing up in the most crime-filled neighborhood of Dakota City, Virgil Hopkins
that was
was
why,
a
never
pretty
mind.
chill guy.
He spent his time playing D&D, reading comics, you know, typical nerd stuff. But he had one major problem: the classic.
He's exactly
sitcom
2
bully.
pounds 2
No
inches
teenage
heavier than
story is
Miles.
complete without it.
Yep.
During school, he
2
was
pounds 2
frequently
inches
harassed by
heavier?
local gang
2
leader Francis
pounds
Stone.
heavier, 2 inches taller. Sorry.
Was he? Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was. Miles was like 138 and 5'6". He's also 2 years older. Damn,
He just got him beating everything, I guess.
I guess so.
God damn it.
Pokemon. What are you doing?
I
I'm
always,
just
I always go to
clicking.
like height.
Stop double clicking.
Double clicking will do it.
I'm not
I always go
double
to height and weight
clicking.
first, like it matters.
Yeah. My mouse is a terrible piece of equipment, and I want to burn it at the stake. It makes me double click a
Major
lot.
problem. But it was actually laced with radioactive quantum juice, which
Okay, cool.
killed almost everybody. I hate it when that happens.
Luckily,
Oh,
Virgil was
darn.
one of the
Who
few
could
who
have seen this
survived,
coming?
but the quantum juice.
I was
still
gonna say,
had
like, how
effects.
many? Why
You
didn't
could
all of
say he
them
was
get
shocked
superpowers
to
then?
find out
Oh,
what
they
it
passed
did.
away.
Yes, he began to develop electromagnetic powers. Before
Were
this,
there like
Virgil always felt
another
out of
one or
his
two
league.
that did get out and became
They- yeah.
supervillains or something?
They
Yeah.
said one of the few. I'm pretty sure that's what
Yeah.
happens.
I think he was the only one that like mainly got powers, although in like because it's comic books, everyone eventually gets powers in some way, shape, or form.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some rivalry gonna happen.
Exactly.
It up with electric bolts quick
Is
as
he riding, like, a
lightning,
manhole
big
cover?
explosion balls called Nova bombs.
the one that he's writing is it was like he's like specially designed, but it was designed because he was writing things like trash can lids and manhole covers.
Okay.
It's also occurred to me, his character and the time it was written. If they hadn't done this, it was a huge missed opportunity for him to be like the face of a cardiovascular disease PSA at the end of like every episode or whatever.
I put a shock to your system
Oh,
with that.
yeah.
Remember, don't eat the hamburger, or I'll have to shock you.
Don't eat hamburger.
taste
I want to see a
how
commercial
much
that just
is
says
to the
that.
face.
Don't eat hamburger.
Right,
I'll shock
He's
you.
not just good at shocking people, even teaming up with fellow heroes like.
Do people
Icon
know who
and
he
Rock.
is?
Like not his
Was
like
another
secret
thing-
identity, but they know about the hero.
It's just another one of those things where like he puts a mask over a quarter of his face, and then everybody's like, "Oh, who was that?"
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of people like actively try the Superman thing of just wearing glasses and like a suit, and it works. I don't know if I know you do. Did you watch Jaden's new video?
Yeah.
She talks about that.
Well, that's a hoodie and sunglasses. That's a bit different than just like flipping your hair over a little bit and putting like prescription glasses on.
Well, it's always a point of tension. Like, otherwise, every superhero would just have a voice changer, and like, they would look like some like covert op,
Yeah.
like Splinter Cell shit. But like, it's always seems to be a point of tension. Like, even though Superman technically has some magic bullshit that explains it away, like, you know, Batman has a huge gaping hole in like where he can breathe, which is tactically not smart because
Definitely.
you got shot in the face, but it never comes up. Like,
Yeah, somehow.
yeah,
But like
Throughout the city of
with
Dakota.
Miles Morales, like with Spider-Man, with any of the Spider-Man for the most part, they have a full mask. They have like a full
Yeah.
suit covering them up, and it's cool design. And even, who was saying that like in the Spider-Man game, Kai, the
Yeah.
one skin where he has his hair out, you were saying like that would give away his identity, but then all this other stuff.
I'm not saying it's not like. Yeah, I think it's all a bad idea, but
Yeah.
design wise, you got to think about how cool, like the coolness of it. And if every character's looking like that, it's gonna get boring.
you got to
I get
suspend
you.
your disbelief because
Yeah.
like, realistically, the FBI would be collecting DNA samples from them every time they leave the scene,
Right.
and they'd be like, it would take them 3 tries to fucking get it right.
I will also add that I have a problem with that Miles outfit where his hair's out because it's really dumb for secret identity purposes, but also it just looks dumb. That also I can't for the life of me
It's trying to air out.
think about that functionally. Like that massive hole in the top of the suit cannot be good.
He's trying to cool down. It's hot in the summer.
lift hundreds of tons, and once turned this huge chunk of ice into slush in just a couple seconds.
Based
Trying to,
on
like,
the
keep in mind what
and
they
the required change in
I
temperature.
have to like keep in mind what they said for wait, centimeters? Okay, that's not super far then. What they said for miles, because I'm like comparing feet to feet.
Right. I thought I heard someone else trying to say something.
Oh no, I was just making some joke. We could actually skip over it if you want. It would make me feel better.
Okay.
Such a feat. These are typical school lockers, which can weigh up to 30 pounds each.
And fit approximately one nerd.
To throw 3 of these into space, they need to be moving nearly 3,000 times faster than sound, requiring a throwing force equal to 4 kilotons of TNT.
Damn! Okay, sure, that's
I love the and can fit approximately one nerd. Do you know your fucking audience right now?
not canon to the comics, but his
Jackass
electromagnetism
geek.
could play tug of war with Superboy's
One dumbass kid who
telekinesis,
reads
which can
comics
lift
all the
4
time.
million tons. Heck, he was good enough to join the Justice League. I think even Virgil himself was shocked to see how cool he really was.
So we've seen him as an adult like that.
Oh yeah, we don't really get to see it a whole lot. But I will say I do kind of prefer the younger design. But yeah, no, Static's really cool, but like he's not a member of the Bat family or like a prominent Justice League member. He's off doing his own thing, so
Yeah.
we never get to hear about him. But
Who would dare? This is a completely unrelated comment. Who the fuck would dare to steal something in the DC universe?
I always have wondered this because just looking at it, it's like, you know that it's gonna be fucking Batman or you're gonna run into the fucking Flash or something, and it's gonna be like, okay, come the fuck on.
Yeah, the worst case scenario is like body horror. The best case scenario is like you get put through a brick wall.
Right. Like I saw
For
this
fucking Snickers.
I saw this thing where someone just made a sketch. It was like, oh, I robbed a bank. What superhero's coming after me? Looks like Captain America. Oh, cool. All right, I'll be fine. Just have a little bit of witty banter, and then I'll be sent off to jail. No, he's probably gonna break your spine. Because you gotta think about, like, Captain America is like a super soldier who went through multiple wars, and we've seen how ridiculous his strength is. He punches you in the face, it's crumbling.
There's a good.
But also, if you think about it, like, you got to think about the character themselves too. Like, would Captain America permanently cripple a bank robber?
Not intentionally.
Not intentionally.
Not intentionally, but also probably not a bank robber. But imagine if you were doing like an armed heist.
Right.
Like, at that point, we've seen it happen. He's gonna send a metal disc through your
Yeah.
face.
Yeah. I mean, we've literally seen the Shield cut tanks, and he's just chucking that at me. It's not knocking me out. I'm dead.
Yeah, it's turning you into a smoothie.
But with that being said, I'm gonna go in the same order. Zach, who do you got?
I don't have much to say. I just think Miles is gonna win simply because durability.
Valid. All right. Nick.
This is tough. I never have a good answer for you right away unless I'm truly committed to the characters. Like I'd have their
Right.
babies and shit. But this is tough because they have very similar stats. Like they both have dodged apparently laser beams made of light, or at least I interpreted it that way.
Right.
They seem pretty even in strength. I don't recall the exact numbers on that either. But really, this is tough because they're similar characters, but I can't only that they're teenagers. Like I can't really think of a way that they have much strategic overlap. Like it's Spider-Man versus it's somebody who can fly and shit. This is tough. I gotta say, Static Shock.
Okay. Luke.
From the limited things I remember from the 12 minutes we were watching, it seemed like they were trying to make Static feel comparable to Spider-Man, be like trying to mention every little thing he has, but the one thing I remember them saying for like a feat between both of them was surviving an explosion, and if I remember right, Miles survived a lot bigger explosion than Static, but it also seemed like they gave Static, they emphasized his powers more, like swinging the lockers up into orbit seemed like a bigger strength thing with his powers than what Miles had. I think Miles is gonna take it just because he has that durability, and I don't know, maybe it's plot armor in my head. He feels like more of the main character.
Okay.
So I'm going with Miles.
So before we go in, there's something I wanted to do, and that is because of the way that these tend to go, I'll sometimes try and bring up stuff that you guys don't, and then immediately it is taken as, oh, I'm trying to steer you towards the right answer.
When does that ever happen?
So, for all of the ones, obviously not including new episodes for ones I haven't seen, I'm gonna do my best to bring up one thing for each character that I didn't hear anyone bring up, that you may have missed. So one thing I'm gonna bring up for Spider-Man is that with the Venom sting, they brought up how it is able to shut down electricity, as well as interrupt organs. Mm-hmm. For Static, something I didn't hear anyone bring up is that he's able to use that bioelectricity to not only counter stealth, but also reattach his limbs.
He can absorb people's fucking electrical energy, and who has more of that charge than Miles right now?
So
there's like two different types of counters for each other.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
So does anyone...
I'm gonna stick with my answer.
You're gonna stick with Miles?
Yes.
All right, Nick, Zach, either you guys want to change?
Nope. I'm still sticking with Static Shock begrudgingly, because I'm interested to see how that plays out, because it's like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
All right.
We do not.
You got two
That
votes.
is true.
2 votes Miles Morales, one vote Static Shock.
Oh!
Wait, before we go. Kai, which one are you voting for?
Oh, you want to say which one did I vote for?
Yeah, sure.
When this episode came out, by the way, this was in 2020. This was like during COVID. Or I think it was right before COVID. Yeah, it was like
it was like kind of like it was starting though.
COVID hadn't been like a big thing. We hadn't even gone into lockdown yet. I voted for Miles, but I had also not even seen Spider-Verse yet.
Okay.
But I like Spider-Man's a lot, and
yeah,
I was more convinced of Miles' analysis at the time.
Okay.
Oh, excuse. Oh, I'm gonna. I was gonna. Sorry. I was gonna start bringing this up when we got to Shredder versus Silver Samurai, because that was the first official track to get a soundtrack. However, since we skipped ahead, we skipped to this one. The track for this one is called "What's Up Danger," and I love that.
Ooh, that's fun.
This is the fucking tank of a 13-year-old.
Oh yeah. This also has some of the best sprite rigging I have ever seen them do.
Whoa,
like even since.
Yeah.
For real? You attack me! Well, I got more than one electric psychopath to keep track of it.
Also, on that, is this are these custom sprites or are these from something?
I think Static's is custom. I don't think Miles is though.
Okay.
That looks like a reskin version of Street Fighter Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Or Marvel vs. Capcom Spider-Man.
Me? Getting zapped? What's up with that?
I call that the soda touch. And I call this my taser punch.
I do like this song.
What's Up Danger is good. This is actually not by any of their normal guys either.
Oh, just by
Another guy on YouTube, JT Music, who focuses on making rap songs about video games.
okay.
Wait, what? Keep ticking, keep ticking. Come on out, Spider Boy. Huh?
You can see auras.
Yep.
Shoot.
Oh,
That's
dang.
my ride.
I love that. Shoot, that was my ride.
Okay, you've got surprises, but so do I.
They just don't care about what they're destroying.
Yeah, who does these things?
What the fuck? Oh, not cool.
I kind of wish they did that more, where when you get close, you saw like a hand-drawn thing.
Oh yeah. They didn't start doing that yet.
Didn't we just get like one little shot of it a couple seconds ago?
This might have been one of the early instances.
Where?
Like the close-up of the web shooters, you mean?
Yeah.
I hate. I'm blowing something up. Oh yeah.
Yeah, there.
Not cool.
This was like before they really, because they get it a lot now.
You stupid. All I gotta do is... What? Plasma coil. If you hadn't noticed, this electric biz is kind of my thing. Oh man.
Let it play. Uh-oh.
That was tough.
Dang.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. We didn't see the death. Wow.
Oh, we saw it.
Yeah, bro got blown up.
Well, usually there's like pieces and stuff. that
Usually
fall
there's
out.
there's like a close up, and then you'll see like a little bit of the aftermath of the body or something, but none of that here. But yeah.
KO! Looks like we're kicking off this year with a bang. Poor Miles, though.
Honestly, I'm surprised how this turned out. At first glance, Miles appeared to have a good chance of victory.
He was definitely physically stronger than Static. He would have totally won an arm wrestling contest.
But Virgil's overwhelming electric power put him at a level above the young Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. Overall, Static's feats were way above Spidey's, even when we scaled Miles to classic Peter Parker's biggest feats. Static definitely had the oomph to take Miles out, but Miles had no easy way to get around his force field.
The variety of techniques at Static's disposal also rent many of Spider-Man's abilities moot.
Like how Spidey's invisibility didn't matter when Static could light him up like a Christmas tree, and his speed was so similar to what the
You know what, one
spider
day-
sense could give Miles.
Not
that the
today, but one day, I need to make notes as we're watching the video.
Oh.
To be like, okay, this is important, this is important. I need to remember this. This is pivotal.
Super radar
Then I'm
wasn't
actually
that
making a
big
good
of help.
choice.
Remember, just because he knew an attack was coming, didn't always mean he could dodge it in time.
And, well, shockingly, Static only needed to hit him once. See, his electromagnetic manipulation gave him control over Miles' wall crawling and other abilities. As soon as he got a hold of Miles' bioelectric aura, it was basically all over.
But hey,
Oh, that's
Miles
crazy.
and all the other Spider-Men fight Electro all the time, and they have no problem dealing with him. Why was Static any different?
Simply put, every iteration of Electro pales in comparison.
Also, wait, can you
He
pause
has
it real
no
quick?
feats
Yeah.
of power that
Also, what Boomstick said there, that it's no problem, that's not fucking true at all. Every time he goes up against Electro, it's like his biggest issue. Like, he has to either find a way to drown him, or get him away from a city, or, like, because he can't directly touch him, otherwise he'll just send the current back up the web.
Right. It's. I think he was
It's-
over exaggerating a little bit, but
Because like
I
he
mean-
always does find a way, I guess.
yeah.
He always does find a way, but that would be like that would be like a strategist kind of feat, I guess.
every iteration of Electro pales in comparison. He has no feats of power that come even close to Static, and frankly, he's an idiot. This was a fascinating matchup, but oh no, not again!
Yay!
Oh, they did do it
Morales
again.
put up a jolly good show, and yet Mr. Hawkins had him outdone in breathtaking power, stalwart defense, and veritable versatility.
Have they ever done a joke where
Oh, he was just miles ahead
they
of him, don't you know?
morph into
The
just
victor
like
is-
face cam of the real them real selves?
Yes, actually, we're not gonna get to that for quite a while, but yes.
Okay.
So before we move on to the next one, do we have any thoughts?
I don't think so, other than just I did sway myself away from Static, not to be like, oh, I almost thought it, but like, I was thinking, okay, yeah, he does seem stronger, but I just let my bias for Miles kind of take over, I guess, like
Yeah.
knowing him a little bit more and be like, oh yeah, he's got more durability, he can take whatever Snake can throw at him. He could not.